Good evening. First, I would like to introduce my audience, my mother and father, Jenny and Walter Maddox,
Hello.
and my older brother, Justin Maddox.
Hello.
First, do you know in 2011, the murder rate in Baltimore City is 232? In 1988, the murder rate was 264. But every day, they talk about change. But what has changed? A New York Times writer wrote about his trips around the world and the places he wanted to go. One of the places he talked about was Iraq. And one of the main facts he talked about was the war and the killings in the war. 25.71 people are killed a day in Iraq because of the war. And he decided to investigate on other killings around the world. And one of the places he landed in was Baltimore City. Our rate is 34.91 a day. I'm not sure if that's correct, but that's the race he put in the New York Times. What do we deal with on a day-to-day basis in Baltimore City? Drugs, rape, fights, guns, and gang wars. What does that all equal to? Death. That is why our rate today is 232. But we still talk about change and how everything is getting better. And I still don't see the point how everything is getting better in Baltimore City when people are still selling drugs, people are still being raped. There's fights at clubs every time there's always one that happens. Gun wars and gangs. Do you believe? Do you believe that we can make a change? Do you believe that the people in the community can better the community and help our younger people get out of this returning circle of death? Do you believe that we can lower the crime rate in Baltimore City? Do you believe we can remove the drugs in Baltimore City? Do you believe that we can remove cameras from off of corners without dealing with police driving through our communities every night, helicopters flying over our houses at certain times of the day? Can you help? Can you change what happens in Baltimore City? Well, I believe that if we make a change and go to schools and go around the community and teach our young people how to start going to school, stop hanging around the people that are selling drugs, realize what they want to do with their life, and commit to their dreams, then we can stop and lower this death rate of our people in Baltimore City. Can we teach them the right things to do on a day-to-day basis instead of going out and selling drugs and killing our community? Hopefully, can we say the right words for them to listen up to us and believe everything that we say on a day-to-day basis to better our community and leave the drugs and the fighting and the gun war out of Baltimore City. And then, as a whole, we all learn what we can do to lower this rate that has yet to drop each year. Hopefully we can lower this rate by teaching and using this circle to better ourselves. And the final question is, do you believe that you can go to your community and go to your younger people and change the situations that's going on today? I know me personally, without some of the people that I had went through my 18 years in Baltimore City, if I didn't meet these people, I would be out selling drugs and not being successful. But living with successful people and teaching me the right things to do and the right things to help myself throughout the day and not get into negative things have bettered me. So I know personally that there's smarter people than me in Baltimore City, and they can do the same thing I can do, and even better, and go to schools and make videos to help their city and their community out too. Without the change and without teaching and without listening, we will get this. And we will get the same police flying over our houses, the same gunshots every night, and the same news reports about the death rate in our city. Until that day, this will stay. But until we decide to rise up and better ourselves and better our community, that will be the day that everybody will see a change in Baltimore City. My final question for you is, do you believe? Is there any questions? Yeah.
What procedures do you think will help the murder rate decrease? Do you think that they should make drugs legal?
Right.
Do you think that's it?
Um, that's a good question. I don't believe that they should make drugs legal because some drugs can get out of hand, and I don't believe that they can, like, I mean, the only thing I see that can better our community towards drug crime is, first thing, you have to knock out the people that's been there for a while, because without them, they can't gain more people to add on to their groups. If you knock out the people that's selling the drugs, there won't be no problems of legalizing or or knocking them out because they won't be in the city. Without the people that's selling them on a day-to-day basis, you won't need cameras. You won't need helicopters flying around. You won't even need guns because there won't be anything to fight over. So I believe you just take out the people, the negative people that has started this trend of selling drugs and starting gangs. There won't be this high death rate, or there won't be drugs in your neighborhoods on a day-to-day basis. Yeah.
Who do you recommend we go talk to about this?
Um, who do I recommend you go talk to? You talk to. I think there is like group counselors. Well, not group counselors, or community counselors, like community leaders that can go to the government and gain money to start a program to help younger kids get this, help themselves get out of the situation, that, like, say if they're already in the gang war or the drug situation, they can pull them out of that situation and better them, and then eventually they'll take that and then move it on to the higher level of sellers and find information about them for them to eliminate them out of the situation, like that was asked about the drugs, and then eventually it will be a complete dismiss.
I understand what you're saying with that, but you have a Catholic school background.
Right.
Do you feel the church can step in any kind of way and help with this?
I believe the church can help with the drug war, but I think it will take more power. It'll take definitely a, a higher support, and you'll have to definitely go deeper into the government to get more money, more support. I mean, because without the government, you can't have support from the police. Because the Catholics, they don't have the power to control the police. For you to remove people out of drug areas and people from selling drugs and off the corner, you have to have that moral support from the police. I mean, it's fine and dandy to have a camera on the corner, but if you don't have a police officer in the area when the drug is being sold, the drug is going to be moved. And obviously we all know that the drug dealers are they're not slow. They're not retarded human beings. They're pretty smart, and they can change different areas. They can sell in different areas, and they can move amounts of weight of drugs anywhere. So they need to be able to get a link or something in the whole entire system to change the rotation of this situation and lower the people that are selling drugs, to change their mindsets towards it and move them out of the situation, and then go to the higher points and use the government and stuff like that to move that out of Baltimore City. Until then, we're going to be staying in the same place every day, looking at the news, seeing kids that could have been successful dying because of our gangs and drug war. that's pretty much it. Hopefully you learned something from my project, and hopefully somebody in the city at a higher level can make a change and learn something from it and can help our community because Baltimore City needs it a lot. Until then, have a nice evening. Signing out.